Greetings, Soul Tribe. This is Team Lovable, Team Benevolent, Team Greatness, Team Beautiful, Team Ultimately. We are always winning in life because we apply the wisdom that we learn through these real life experiences. Okay, guys, today I got some real life wisdom for you, and I know that this wisdom is gonna, one, add value to you, and two, advance you in life. Okay, let's get it. So why is it so important to move in integrity and in your most truest, authentic self? Because the frequency of the most truest, the most authentic self, right? That frequency of moving in integrity, right? It's aligned with the universal laws. It's aligned with the universal law of karma. So that means it's aligned with the universal law of cause and effect. Now remember, the law of karma is mutable. Mutable means that this law can be evolved into a greater expression. So the greater expression of the law of karma is the law of wisdom. The law of wisdom is simply, you know better, you do better. You know better, you do better. So if you know better, you have to do better. So that's why moving in integrity is you aligning with the divine order perfectly. So why would we want to align with the divine order? Because we must respect the divine order. I learned this lesson, guys. I'm gonna be honest with you. The last year of my life, I always knew unconsciously, subconsciously to respect the divine order. But I'm gonna tell you a story, and I pray that this story motivates someone. I pray that this story touches you in a way that it will encourage you, right? You know what I'm saying? Let my courage encourage you. Let my sight, be light for you. You know what I'm saying? Let my just encourage. Let my light encourage. Let my courage encourage you. Okay, so basically, I'm gonna tell you a story real quick. So what happened was this. So, what happens when you disrespect the divine order? You create alternative timelines and alternative realities and everything. Now, you can always alter and make a power move like fasting or gratitude that can always timeline jump you to another specific timeline space reality. Now, you can never really get back to your original time space continuum once you leave that. Okay, so I just wanted to share that with somebody because I know everybody, we're into quantum leaping, we're into quantum jumping and whatnot, but there are rules to the system that we're using, guys. And I don't really see a lot of people talking about the rules of quantum leaping, the rules of it. I know everybody's just like, yeah, whatever you want, you can go here. Whatever you want, you can go there. However, once you decide to leave a space, you can't get back to it, right? These are the laws of time traveling because quantum leaping and quantum timeline jumping and all this is time traveling. Okay, so now that we're all aware of our ability to time travel, we're just time traveling, and I got a book called Get in the Game too, where I talk about some of the universal laws of time traveling. Okay, so now that's really not what this video is about. This video is mainly about integrity, and it's about staying in alignment with integrity, and that when we stay in alignment with integrity, that we are respecting the divine order. So we want to respect the divine order because that's the harmony, right? That's the rhythm of life. That's the verse, you know what I'm saying, of you. You know what I'm saying? That's the verse of you, aka the universe, right? So we have to move in that energy. Now, integrity doesn't mean that I'm just gonna be 100% honest all the time, but it means that I'm gonna be 100 as honest as I can be and as authentic as I can be to the best of my ability. Of course, there are some everyday earthly situations where we may have to fabricate a little to get something done or to keep something secret because you have to protect your secrets. You feel what I'm saying? Now, these are not secrets that could hurt yourself or another, though. These are like manifestation secrets. You know what I'm saying? You never tell somebody what you're trying to manifest. You can, but it just makes it a little more difficult for it to manifest or a little more longer because other people's thoughts can throw off your vibration or tarnish your energy by the way they're acting and by the spirits that could be attached or using them. Okay, so respecting the divine order, guys, like this is divine justice, right? Now, you will always, as long as you while I was arrested, okay, I don't know if everybody knows my story. If you just got here, my name is Heka. I am a manifestation mentor. I'm a life coach. I'm an author. I just got back from doing a year of basically preparation. I like to call it preparation in jail and whatnot. And it was for a crime I didn't commit, but however, it happened for me and not to me. Okay, the me I am today, I would have never be without going through that experience, without going through that way. So while I was there in jail, this whole entire time, innocent, by the way, I want to put emphasis on me being there for something I didn't do because it makes it harder. I don't know how many of you guys have been arrested or locked up before you actually did the crime, right? So it's kind of different when you did the crime. You got to kind of forgive yourself, kind of go through situations of, the process, right? But when you didn't do it and you got locked up, that feeling is a lot more challenging to transition through and to transform from. Okay, so, but Those are the situations we need to help us to renew our mind and whatnot. So I'm telling you the story because it's motivation to you, okay? So while I was in jail, I knew, right? I knew that I was innocent. So I stayed aligned with my integrity and with my authenticity and the truth. And the truth is what allowed me to manifest myself out in times that 1 year. 1 year is not bad. I've known people who I've did research and people have been innocent and proven innocent, and they're in there for 18 years, right? 15 years, 6 years, Malcolm X, 6 years. You see what I'm saying? So it's like some people is in jail innocent right now. And they've been in there for 4, 5, 6 years. So it's amazing that, my preparation process was only 1 year, but I stayed aligned. But soon I got arrested, I understood, I kept getting this thought in my head. And it was a thought that I know was coming from the God in me, that was coming from the mother, the father source within me, the parent within me, the parent consciousness. And it literally was saying respect. It was like, RESPECT, find out what it means to me. And I'm like, Aretha Franklin, you know what I'm saying? But then I'm like, hold on, it's deeper than that, because I kept on hearing the song. And so I'm like, respect what? Respect what? And then I sat on it for months and for months. And so 4 months finally went by, and I finally got my self-realization of, wow, I seen the mistakes I made, which are all a part of the success anyway, but I seen the decisions. I seen the decisions that helped me to manifest my present position. I seen where Source God and my ancestors and my ascended angels was trying to warn me or help me to go, encourage me to go better directions, better ways, before I even landed in the position to even be lied on in the first place. You see what I'm saying? I had got so many warnings to just quit that job and leave and go ahead in 100% pursue my business. But I was afraid. I had just got my life, I had just got cars and clothes, and I had just got relationship. I had just got there, even though I had another opportunity that was just manifesting too. And I was just like, man, I can't just give it up. And so I had to give it up anyway. See, the divine order. We must respect the divine order, right? So while I was in jail, I learned that I disrespected the divine order. And upon me disrespecting the divine order, it helped me to get in a space where now I had no choice but to, I had no choice but to soar through whatever I was working through and fixing through in order for me to understand, the decision, the spiritual reason of why I had been in jail, right? My own spiritual reason, right? You know what I'm saying? And how I had landed there. You know what I'm saying? We don't care about the low vibrational reasons of people doing this and nobody can't do nothing to you that you don't let them do. You are the co-creator of your life, and every decision you make create your life. Either you make strong decisions or you make weak decisions. Every weak decision you make, you got to make less weaker decisions than you do stronger decisions, and that's the recipe to success, right? The recipe to success is making way more stronger decisions than making weak decisions, and make the strong decisions when it matters most, so that when you do make the weak decisions, it's nothing but a little small preparation process instead of it being years and years and years of time lost, right? So, that was just gold, what I just said right there at 9:45. And I pray that this message was able to help somebody. I don't want to make these videos too long, but like the idea and the idea and the goal of the video is to stay aligned with divine order. And how do we do this, right? How could I just not give the solution of how? So how we stay in divine order, we move in integrity. We move in our authenticity. We don't move in fear. We move in faith. Faith allows us to be in our authenticity while moving in integrity. No matter what the physical world is showing you, don't let it lie to you unless it's giving you what you want. When it's giving you what you want, then you can finally accept it. But other than that, you got time frames and you got time spans where you can just say, listen, I don't want to accept this. I'm grateful for this. Also, you want to always just express gratitude, right? While you're in your integrity, you want to assume the feeling of the wish fulfilled, like that regard said. And basically what that just means is be grateful. Be grateful for what you don't have. Be grateful for what you do have. Be grateful for your position, because that position is only there to advance you, to make you better, to evolve you. And the more you are evolved, the more you are advanced, the more you can help others to evolve and advance in their life, and the more we are helping God to spread its love. With that being said, guys, at 11:11, I love you. I pray that this video was able to help somebody have confidence to just, if you've been getting guided to quit a job, I can't be God for you or for my own life. That's what I noticed, right? But respecting divine order allows you to just let God allows you to just let any transformation happen that needs to happen, so that you can get the blessing that you've been praying for, so that you can get whatever you've been manifesting. This is where we go back to talking about the 5 prime manifestation rules and the 5 prime principles of manifestation, guys. Like, I've just been building on this, and I will continue to build on this until it gets all the way in our subconscious mind, okay? So allowing, y'all, allowing. That's the third principle, allowing. We have to allow the transformation to occur. We have to let go. We have to trust. We have to allow. We have to accept. We have to flow. That's the magic. That's the pinnacle. Okay. So I prayed that this video was able to help somebody out, and peace. Till next time.